Hi, Mom. Welcome to your Mommy Moves. So let's get straight into it. Child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch, knees open wide, not quite to the edges of your mat, but just a little bit narrower than that. Enough for your belly to rest between your thighs or on your thighs. Reach your arms out long, rest your forehead to the mat, and just breathe. Normal breath. Let it feel good and nourishing, and just stay here. Be still in this posture, in this shape on your mat. And notice what that does. I mean, babies sleep in this pose, and I know why. It feels so good. It's a release of the low back. It invites in just kind of that opening. We talked yesterday about hip stability, so now we're moving into mobility today. So we're going to find that there's a range of movement if you have stiffness in your low back or any low back pain, even upper back pain, you'll find that this really, really helps. So stay in this child's pose for as long as feels comfortable. I encourage you to just breathe and enjoy it. In about 3 breaths, we'll start to move. Final breath here. Inhale. Sink your hips even deeper to the floor. Exhale. Nice. Plant your palms. You're going to come up to all fours, but you're going to go straight into that extension of the spine. So we're pretty much on our palms. Sternum still is upright, strong upper body. And you'll notice the legs just kind of splay open and then move back into child's pose. So this is for our mobility, and come in kind of this rounding motion into the lumbar and upper back, and then into this kind of upward facing dog, and then back. So we've got our lumbar flexion here, and then we move into lumbar extension. So move as slowly and mindfully as you can. I like to inhale as I come up, and then exhale to settle in this. Gazes forward, neutral head. And then inhale to come up, and then exhale into your child's pose. So a nice flowing breath. And then we have our final 3 here. And we're going to move into some little hip circles after this final one. Slight bend in the elbows when you come into that upward facing dog. Hips are on the floor for that. Now, as you come into that extension, just rotate the hips. So naturally move with the hips falling to one side. And if your knees move, that's fine. Because we're not going to really rest in child's pose. We're just moving the hips now. Okay, so it's all kind of like moving as this slithering effect. Last one here. Forward and back. And then come forward again and come down to your belly. Stack your forearms, rest your forehead on your forearms. Pick up your feet, heels to the sky, and just go side to side. Now this is a major release of the low back and the hips. So I love this. I'm going to offer up one more thing here, and that's to drop to one side and stay. So let's drop to one side and hold it. Face is still down so that we just really see what's here for us. See what this offers up as far as, mobility and openness and stretching. I personally like it. It gets into that. It gets into my hips for sure. My low back. and then switch to the opposite side. Each side is different. So what happens here for you? I mean, I even feel this in my inner thigh. And then back to center. Press onto your palms, lift up, and you're done. Easy peasy. All right, peace. See you tomorrow.